What she gonna say? Hey, that you love me, lying to my face. And yes, my love always the same. What she gonna say? Tell me that you love me, lying to my face. Tell me that you love me, lying to my face. Welcome to
the main stage and
Booking.
Motorfest Walk of Fame. It's the place to be if you
Come along to something slip. And you live my dreams, I can breathe.
Well, I can
And
hardly
the
believe it, but
better.
it's true.
And I'm neither.
You
And
good news to
I'm
finish, driver.
gonna say.
Now that you're all warmed up, how about a full-on drift event?
Those two are extremely different and opposite each other. One was made to go fast, the other one was like a rock crawler, slow going. But I love them both. It's like choosing your favorite child.
How are you sort of refining and modifying these planes to keep up with the demands of the sport? I mean, I know we're always putting, different superchargers or turbochargers on our cars to make it faster. Like our sport is constantly evolving, so there's always modifications that you need to do in order to keep them up to spec. Is it the same for planes?
We'd love to modify them. It's not so easy to modify the aircraft because there's a lot more regulations that you have to comply with. The carbon cap that I used for Dubai, this one has been quite heavily modified from the original. Like we removed the fuel tanks, which are usually situated in the wings. We put them in the back of the plane to have the center of gravity as low and as far back. That would give me better braking. We designed a carbon fiber belly cover that would protect the aircraft in case I struck the edge of the helipad with my tail, just like a big bumper. And of course we had nitrous in it. I felt like Fast and Furious.
That's proper, having nitrous in a plane. I've never even heard that. Do you have to keep the gas bottle up there as well? Like, that's quite heavy.
Yeah, the bottle was also in the back. That was further enhancement to the center of gravity. So.
Well, speaking of nitrous and cars and everything involved with that, you once raced your plane against Ben Collins in an F1 car. Can you tell us how this came about and who won the race? Was it the plane or the car?
Yeah, so we raced a BMW Sauber against my H540 at one of the air shows in Poland. Stig was the driver, and I have to say I'm very proud that I really kicked his ass.
Perfect. Love it.
After 2 laps, I had to go at idle to try to make it look like we finished close, but yeah, I won it, and I won it with a big margin.
Are there any other memorable stunts that we should know about? And how do these help you become a better competitor? I mean, we've all seen the bullseye stunt because that was just unbelievable. But is there any other ones that sort of stick out in your mind as that was a good day at work?
Yeah, for sure. I think my first big project with Red Bull was flying under the bridges in Warsaw. Me and the Czech pilot Martin Sonka, we flew under 3 bridges in Poland trying to paint a Polish flag on the Polish National Flag Day. Then I landed on the historic wooden pier in Sopot in one of the Polish famous cities, and that was the project that gave me idea for the bullseye landing later. I also had some fun flying with some of our skydivers, like Game of Air with Maya Kuczynska, where I was chasing a skydiver with my plane, flying around her.
Casual.
Yeah, another day at work.
It's another day in the office.
And I have to say it's the best office view you can get, even when I fly the big commercial plane.
We're going to talk about dream vehicles right now. Everybody's got a dream vehicle. Today is your lucky day, Luke. You've been given a ticket to test fly any type of aircraft that your heart desires. Which model would you choose and where would you take it?
I would go for a classic. Like for a lot of car lovers, they would go for a 1960s Mustang or a Bullet Charger. I would go for a Mustang as well, but it's a P-51 Mustang. It's an American-built fighter from the Second World War, and the aircraft is absolutely incredible. It's fast. It looks very good. For those of you who watched the latest Top Gun movie with Tom Cruise, that's the plane, the silver plane that he was cleaning in his hangar, and I know he's got one, and I hope that's a plane that I will fly one day.
I feel like an old Mustang like that would sound absolutely unbelievable. Like when I think of like vintage cars, what I love about it is the smell, is the sound, you know, these sort of big
Tell me that you love me, lying to my face. I know you'll never cross me. Girl, it's such a fate.
Again, I'm just
What a shame, it's my lover was asleep.
language here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
It's
VP of
me
engine.
looking.
Wow.
You call him.
I don't know the
Is that my
capacity a
father?
lot of
Yo,
top of
my
my head,
gum,
but
some to
it's
sleep.
something like 27
They
liters of
in my
engines there.
dreams, I can breathe.
Currently operating at 1,000 horsepower plus, and straight out exhaust. When it starts up, you can see the flames
The
coming out of the
weekend.
exhaust manifold, and the sound is absolutely incredible.
Aside from planes, what are some of the other memorable vehicles that you've tried or seen
Nani.
or even thought, you know what, I really want one of those?
Oh God, let me think.
Chingong say
I hope you've liked
that you
these,
love me.
because you'll be driving
Lying
the
to my
VJ Race
face.
Orange.
The
Except this
devil
time,
cross
you'll be
me.
waiting for
Girl
your
is such a
new and
fake.
upgraded
What a shame,
sensation
it's
of
my
black.
lover was a
It's time to
sick.
enter the modern age. Be prepared. The contrast is stunning.
So I know that's such a hard question. It's just like, I don't know, Becky, like there's like 50 that I've seen over the years.
Uh, I love being. I'm a very competitive person, so whatever you put me in, I'll do my best to win it. Like go karts, don't get me even started in go karts because I'll be right there running into everyone just to win the race. And uh, yeah, I think I'd love to be a race car driver, like compete with in racing cars. And Formula One would be fun to drive. I would love to drive one of those, and yeah, I'd go for Formula One.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love the fact that we're actually really similar in a sense that car people and aeroplane people still like the old stuff. We're like the new, all carbon, super slick, like that's great. But where our heart really lies is in the old school, in the big V12, V16s, V10. Like that's me. V8s, V10s, all of the old school stuff. So I'm delighted that there is that crossover between different sports, but the same feeling, right?
Absolutely, the sound of the old V8s, V12s makes you so sentimental. I don't know. It makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up when I hear one of those.
Do you know, sometimes they would do like an air show where I think it was the old school bombers that would come, like the Spitfires, would come down over the drag racing track when I was a kid. So I grew up around drag racing, and the planes would come over the track. I actually got emotional. I'm not quite sure why. When you see big planes like that when they're flying and like the noise and the feeling in your chest, it makes you emotional, and I'm not entirely sure why. And that's from somebody who's like a casual consumer of of aeroplanes.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I think that's why they still fly. It's thanks to people like us who love them and who love the sound of them, and will go and pay for the ticket to the airshow to see them. That's what keeps them flying, and they are 1940s.
Meanwhile,
Hey, Hotshot, it's me, Hinata. racers I know. Kudos. And now, welcome to my playground, the drift track. As you already know, drifting was born in Japan. That is where you'll find the biggest drifting scene and some of the best drifting spots, of course. Like, the ABC circuit is one of the most famous places in the world for drifting. Designed by drifters, for drifters. Who knows? Maybe Motorfest will get you drifting there someday. How do you feel about my modded RX-7? Tougher yet still elegant? That is my RX-7 2.0 for you. Because Japanese car culture isn't only famous for its drifting history, it also brought modded cars to another level, among many other things. Come on, you're almost done. Push that beating to its limit. You have my permission.
to the engine.
Drifting is a popular racing style in Japan, but drag racing also gets its fair share of viewers. Does a
Guardo gente mio, urlando assim mesmo, me lembrar.
Bulldog, the man who loved the sand.
this from
Ser
races
feliz,
to drag race on the island? Warm up your engine and don't blink. This will be a
bom,
quick one.
Come and
tá.
go and pay for the ticket to the airship to see them.
Se dá minha cidade.
They are 1940s,
Ai,
1950s aircraft, and this is the
coisas
kind of
não
thing that
iam tão bem, nós
maintain
nada
pretty
justifica
cool.
uma
All
atração.
right, let's
E
check
admito que
objective.
foi minha
Just to
culpa,
enjoy
minha
and be relieved.
Muscle
opinião.
cars are synonymous with raw power, and American
Embora,
operators are some of the most powerful out there.
vai
We wanted you to
embora,
experience how Porsche
é
Cars
assim
and
que eu não
Iconic automotive
mereço.
powerhouses.
Sou alguém que eu desconheço.
Cheers.
Right, I'm going to jump into some rapid fire questions with you, Luke.
Vai
And I need to
acontecer
know
um
the
dia,
first thing that
não
comes to your
vou
mind.
levar a dona
So, flying by
do
day
céu,
versus
não.
flying by night.
São
Favorite weather
bem.
conditions.
Cumulus clapped. Just
Take off or landing.
take off.
Do you sometimes talk to your planes?
Oh yeah, always. After each flight, of course with small
Iam
planes
tão bem entre
like
nós,
Airbus,
mas nada justifica uma atraição.
each flight
E
with the
admito
carbon
que
capture
foi minha
pretty good
culpa,
because
sabe?
we
Minha
always stroke it
opinião.
and thank it for a nice flight, and yeah, it's a very personal relationship that I have with the
Embora,
planes I have.
I love that.
sim
In
que eu
terms of
não
roadways, which do you
mereço.
prefer and why? Concrete, asphalt, grass, or sand?
Last week was first time I landed on sand in Huntington
Vai
Beach, and
acontecer
it
um
was a lot of
dia,
fun to land on the beach. But
vai
I
a
would
dona.
say concrete it's pretty cool because for the racer or
The car you'll be driving is the 911 Turbo 3.6, one of the most famous sports cars in the world. Get ready to face off against some muscle car monsters.
the small wheels, it's the smoothest and yeah, it doesn't hurt the plane a lot.
Favorite music tracks or artists that you like to listen to while you're training, competing, and chilling?
I think corn for the hardcore stuff like
That was
training.
unexpected.
Yeah, some old heavy metal. But for chilling, sometimes I do like to listen classical music.
Thank you so much for joining me today, Luke. Do you know what? It's been a real insight. I've never spoken to a pilot before, and I feel like you've put my fear of flying a little bit to rest there. It's amazing that you've got such a passion for old vehicles. You know, I think whatever sport you're in, you always look to what was, which is what creates what is, and I love that we can connect on that. So thank you so much for joining me.
A pleasure, and you need to take me up on the offer of fight together. So I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Okay, do you know what? We'll do that. I'll come and fly with you, and I'll take you out in my S15. She's a great girl, but we'll four wheels on the ground for me, and we'll be four wheels in the air for you.
That's a deal.
That's it for today's episode of Motorfest, the podcast. I'm Becky Evans. You can find me on all podcast platforms, but you can also just check out YouTube. Just type in my name and you'll find me. So make sure that you get yourself on the game, The Crew Motorfest from Ubisoft, and we'll see you guys on the next episode super soon.
You're going up against some tough muscle cars, but you're still driving a Porsche, so take care of it and avoid collisions as much as possible. Let's get back into action.
Really long brake hose, so you can wrap it around the handlebars so many times because we do bar spins, tail whips, which unwinds it. And then I do like little bodges, like inside my bottom bracket, which is like between the crank arm. That's to stop your pedals spinning. Feet on the pedal, it all needs to stay exactly where it is, and then these super lightweight like latex inner tubes, because when you're
Drifting is a popular racing style in Japan, but drag racing also gets its fair share of gearheads. There's a drag spot set up not too far from here.
wheels are spinning, their mass is worth 3 times what it is when it's static. So
Muscle cars are synonymous with raw power, and American-made motors are some of the most powerful out there. We wanted you to experience how Porsche measures up against some other iconic automotive powerhouses.
in a bike round that's in motion, like the gyroscopic forces and things behave really differently, so it's really important to save weight in your wheels and in your tyres. So a lot of people are kind of pushing new ground with what they're doing there with inner tubes, tyres, rims. Yeah, there's a lot of thought goes into it.
So let's talk about the system of the judging and the points, because am I right in saying that this is a subjective sport? So it's down to the judges feeling how many points that they can award each trick, and then it's a cumulative points at the end, which gives you who wins.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly how it works. To like the layman, I always compare it to high diving. You've got this thing you want to do off the jump, and you have to execute it perfectly, and that's easy to see because it's kind of the size of the splash, right? For us, it's honestly down to how your feet are positioned on the pedals when you land, like not really bending your arms and legs, making it look graceful, going really high. But really what you're judged on is the difficulty of your tricks and how gnarly and how risky they are. So a double backflip is always going to score more than just like a bar spin where you spin the handlebars round. And I think the runs that get the biggest cheer from the crowd will often also get the biggest score from the judges. It is a very emotive sport. You just want to see people take massive risks and almost kill themselves.
So I feel like, in a way, it's slightly similar to drifting, because obviously that's subjective. We have 3 judges, and they're judging you on your speed, your style, your line, and
The car you'll be driving is the 911 Turbo 3.6, one of the most famous sports cars in the world. Get ready to face off against some muscle car monsters.
angles. So I can see kind of how these two things could be connected with the style of judging that you have in slopestyle riding. Now, do you find that the judges are very critical of your errors, which can sometimes deter people from trying maybe like a bigger trick?
Yeah, that's interesting what you said about drifting. I didn't know how that was judged, so I'm curious about that. We've also got categories like trick difficulty, amplitude, smoothness, cleanliness. So it's kind of broken down in the same way as drifting. But I always think when you start a run, you've got 100, right? 100%. And they're looking at ways of knocking you down rather than building up from zero. So it's super critical. The judges are kind of looking for what you've done wrong, not what you've done right. And that's very frustrating as a rider or an athlete, because you're like, come on, I did all of these things. And they're like, but you slipped a pedal on the last jump. And it's probably the same in your sport, right?
Yeah, you start at 100 when you do a run, and basically depending on how far your rear wheels are into the clipping zone, whether they're on the edge, in the middle, or right at the painted line, they will...
You're going up against some tough muscle cars, but you're still driving a Porsche, so take care of it and avoid collisions as much as possible.
deduct you points as you go along. So you start with 100, same thing, you start with 100, and then they're being super duper critical. And as I say, as a driver, sometimes you feel like saying, you go and do it.
Yeah.
You have a go. It's super difficult. You know, I wasn't sure that my rear wheels at 45, 50 miles an hour were not quite on the painted line at the back there. So, yeah, I always find that there's two ways of playing the game. And is it the same in your sport? You can either be super clean and you can just really be analytical with what jumps and what tricks you're going to take to make sure that you keep those points moving, or you go for the big one. No risk, no reward.
Yeah, like there's so many similarities. It's the same thing. You do get the people that are analytical and kind of almost conservative with the tricks they bring to the table, but they nail them every single time, and those people like stay on tour for years. And then you get these mad dogs that come and go, that are balls to the wall. They might try a trick that's never been done. 9 times out of 10 they fail, but on like the epic day when it all comes together, they like, yeah, that's the best feeling when you see someone just rise up through the ranks and do that. I'm sure it's the same in drifting, right? You just get this like never heard of driver that just rocks up, smashes everyone, and then they're gone within 12 months. You're like, do you remember that person?
No, definitely. And do you have any tricks that are sort of only done by you, or is there something that you're particularly proud of that you did in a competition that all of the other competitors were like, right, I'm just going to go home then?
I was the first person to do a 720 no-hander in a competition. That was in Switzerland. I won that one, which was really cool. And then quite quickly you see other people doing it. Like you know, 3 months pass, people have seen you do it. That's the inspiration phase out the window. They've seen it, that it works. And then you go to another competition, I'm thinking, I'm just going to bust one of those out and I'll win again. And then 2 other people are doing it. And then everyone's doing it. So you have to be like quite far ahead to bring something to competition for the first time. So that was really cool. That was a few years ago. I was the first to do a backflip Superman to no-hander. And then with Red Bull, I kind of turned a corner away from competition. So my career very much diverted away from comps and into, you know, YouTube, content creation, projects. And that was an even bigger opportunity to get creative and start building my own courses to try tricks that no one's done before. I did like a running gainer off of this drop where I held the bike and did a running backflip, got on it upside down and landed. That was quite cool, and we made a whole, you know, video series about the process of learning that. So yeah.
I mean, we've got to talk about that. What I like watching are your videos on Instagram, where it's that pursuit of perfection is in repetition. So I'm watching you try the trick, and it's like, again, and it just gets a little bit better each time. Like, how many times do you think you have to repeat a trick until you get it bang on and you get that perfect shot for social?
Anywhere from 2 to 350 was the most I've ever done of something, and that was over weeks. It was a sort of trick where I did post this on Instagram, so if people want to find it, it's on my Instagram. But we built 2 logs out of the ground. I did a backflip, took my feet off the pedals on the bike in the air, landed both feet on these separate upright logs, like pillars, swung the bike out in front of me, and then whipped it back down and used that momentum to then go into a front flip off of them, put my feet back on the pedals and landed. So it was like a really cool trick. I could only do 5 to 10 of them a day because it hurt so much to crash. So 10, 35.
Por música, pé. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
There goes
No
my
more.
bonus.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Ah, meu, não, meu. Não. Tem que fugir. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Eu não posso ir de fora da pista, senão eu vou fazer treta. E estou quase à final, eu não posso me distrair. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Love. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Uau! Filha também, meu. Charlie. Charlie Kirk. Doma. Oh, Kirk, eu vou tirar-te para o primeiro lugar, meu. Estou-te já a avisar. Segundo lugar, meu. Sério. Não gosto muito deste lugar aqui. Kirk. Sei o Kirk. Tinhas de ficar em primeiro, meu. Não podia simplesmente não entrar no ranking? Ou sei lá, ficar no segundo? Não? Tens que ir para primeiro mesmo.
Back to our podcast.
Then go into a front flip off of them.
Uma deve ter encomenda, ver se.
Landed, so it's like a really cool trick.
Onde é que ela está?
You do 5 to 10 of them a day because it hurts so much.
Ah, está quase a ser embalada. Isso é ótimo sinal.
Survive lots of 10 attempts. It was weeks. We got that one done. I'll never do that again.
And is that it? Once you complete a
To
out.
be
Yeah,
my
and it's like
friend.
it's a sense of triumph, but also the biggest sense of relief. It's like if anyone wants to try that,
In
just
my
don't
name,
bother in ever again. Yeah.
Good luck to you.
my
Good luck to
heart
you
is
out
in
there.
my
Give it a go.
name.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same in motorsport, right? If you want to do something really intricate and epic,
Oh, mate.
the risk of getting it wrong is
Oh,
entirely
mate.
10 or something like that. So, you know,
Cadê
how
o
many
teu shield, mano?
epic ideas have been aborted because of like you hit something by 5 mil? Surely loads.
Oh,
Let's
mate.
talk about some of
Queres
the
ver uma
creative things
coisa?
you've done whilst you're actually at home, which is where you are
Queres ver
right
uma
now,
coisa?
actually. And in your
Eu não estou a
backyard,
mostrar.
if you haven't already, guys, checked out on YouTube, Matt, during COVID, started to build an insane compound, which I actually remember when this YouTube build started, and I couldn't believe like how quickly it caught fire. Like that was a real moment for your career on YouTube, and how you managed to actually blend slopestyle riding and creating content and changed how everything is for you now.
Yeah, it was a mad time. I'd just moved into a house that had an acre of land, and everyone had to stay at home. And I went outside, put a shovel in the ground, and the dirt was pretty good. Like I've built jumps my whole life, and I realised like this is good enough dirt to build good jumps, which already was a massive opportunity. If it was gravel or something, I'd have been grounded. And then just got to work, just with a shovel, stacking up takeoffs, landings. Posted a first YouTube video of it, and people loved it. I think I captured this kind of build in your garden thing, like build your dream setup, whatever that may be, and people like really loved it more than I imagined. And then I was fueled to carry on, and literally dug dusk till dawn for 100 days. I remember realizing it got to 100 days. That was like the fork in the road where I realized that's actually what I want to do. I want to build jumps, get creative, and make videos about it, telling that story. And then 2 years ago, I moved to a farm where I am now, and I've got more land and more space, and I've got a pit bike track, dirt jumps, and this compound is almost over my whole house. So that's absolutely what drives me.
Manufacturers are in Stuttgart, Germany. Do you know what's special with Germany when it comes to driving cars? Yes, autobahns with no speed limit driving. So we provided you with a speed powerhouse to drive Hawaii's highway.
Honest,
So drive fast and drive clean.
and it just so happens that I ride bikes, so it's like the coming together of everything.
I'd say that's probably the biggest trick that I've seen you do at your house, period, right? The one where you jump literally over your house.
Yeah, it's like that's a childhood dream. When I looked round it for the first time, I realised the driveway lines up with the house, and you could put a takeoff up against this flat roof, and that the pitch roof, there's a chimney almost in the way. I was already looking at it, and then months later, actually bought it, moved here, and I knew that that was on the list.
That was pre you even buying the place. You were eyeing up this setup. Like I know I could jump there.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I don't like keep livestock or cows or pigs. I bought a farm to just transform it into a mountain bike.
Feel I do it. You look better now. Baby, you know, love yourself. That are. Show me now. Show me now. Nossa, eu não sei fazer esse carro. Show me now. Show me now. Ah, meu, claro, tenho um L3 sujo. Why you are the reason myself. And now. You are the reason my mind is still. I'm bothered. Inside pain and get you the moon.
Wow, that's some pro
And
driving.
if to you,
You had to avoid this.
things that I was coming for you. I for you. You are. And now. You are. And if you my life for you, why you are, oh you are, oh you are, oh are, you are the reason myself, and now. You are the reason my mind is still under. Inside when you get you the moon. And if say you I was coming for you. My life for you. And now, now, you are the reason myself. And now, you are the reason my heart is still under. And if to you, it's I was coming for you. I gave my life for you. You are the reason myself. And now, the reason my mind is still. And you the moon. And if to you, if I was coming for you. I gave my life for you. Oh, you are. Oh, you are. E o macchiato? Macchiato. Esta música aqui é um clássico.
Back to our podcast.
After trying Porsches on the streets and back roads, there's only one place left to try.
Mi amor,
Mountain bikers.
mi amor.
I built a skate
Esse
park
macchiato, 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 por favor.
It's like honestly my
Por favor.
childhood dream, to be honest. No
Esse macchiato.
The racetrack is where the 911 and its engineering really shine. We got our hands on the GT3 Cup, a model designed with track racing in mind. It's one of the fastest cars Porsche has ever made.
Do you feel that your
Nossa.
background and your interest in
Macchiato.
engineering has helped you throughout your career in being able to
Macchiato.
mathematically make the jumped, because it's all down to physics, right? When you're doing a trick over a jump, you need the right angle of attack in order to get the right length of flight. That's how I'm guessing it seems to me, and engineering goes hand in hand with that.
It is completely. I'd love to say that everything can be analysed to the point that you don't make mistakes,
And don't forget, this playlist is all about track racing.
but it's not. And I'd also love to say that I just
Não
say that
stress,
it happens,
não
but
stress.
it doesn't. But somewhere in the
To
middle,
be
perhaps
depresso.
we like reduce or mitigate risks by, you know, figuring out how
Peço
fast you can
macchiato,
to land
macchiato, macchiato, por favor.
all of those things
Por
can be
favor.
calculated, and I've sort of moved away from calculating now, and I've done it enough times that I kind of know what.
Mi amor. Peço macchiato. Ah, agora sim falaram minha língua. Para 911. Dioso. Numeroso. Manda coco. Meio fioso. Mi mete. Inutiente. Não stress, não stress. Não me expresso. Mi amor. Macchiato, macchiato, macchiato. Enganaste-me. Só fica assim. Vamos ultrapassá-lo. Mi amor, peço macchiato, 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 por favor. Por favor. Espresso macchiato, corneo.
Please don't crash the car.
Por favor. Espresso macchiato. Pá, não acredito nisto.
You're a natural driver.
Amado maço. Passo. Importante. Doze. Very busy. Ristorante. Mis vemos. Bedutremo. Stresso, no stresso. Non B2B depresso. Sou macchiato, 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 por favor. Oh, meu, mas que filho da mãe, meu. Sai da frente. E o gajo não sai da frente, meu. Que inútil, meu. Sai da frente. For karate. Oslo. Mafioso. Mete. Mete.
Objective? Good to go.
Macchiato, 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 por favor.
Now.
Drifting is a popular
Favore.
racing style in Japan, but drag racing also gets its bad.
I've done it enough times that I kind of know what shape ramp to put somewhere to land somewhere
After trying Porsches on the streets and back roads, there's only one place left to try.
else, and what that's
The racetrack is where the 911 and its engineering really shine. We got our hands on the GT3 Cup, a model designed with track racing in mind. It's one of the fastest cars Porsche has ever made.
It feels like I don't use a speed gun anymore. You just, I don't know, you just get a feel for it.
So let's talk about cars actually, because I know that you are a massive car fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I am completely. I wasn't as a kid, but yeah, I'm so.
Olha, eu passo-me com isto. Um, uh, oh, oh. Say I'm a jet, and I'm my band of the list. This now, baby, a word. Share my face, baby, a word. Just say at me, a jet. So my band of the list. I mean, Krishna, baby, a word. I share my face, baby, a word. Not my son, million here. My head, million two. Me, I'm not a fell. Ooh. Me, now I'm cool. Some flower, me do my
Come on!
some flower, some flower. Me too much.
Amazing driving skills.
Lema aqui. É... Ah, meu, não! Porra, meu, é sério. Eu passo-me com este jogo. Vou desinstalar este jogo. Isto é mentira, meu. Por que é que eu pego sempre uma mentira qualquer? Oh, cara, que se aparece aqui, meu.
Let's get back to Motorfest, the podcast. So let's talk about cars actually, because I know that you are a massive car fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I am
I hope after driving all the Porsches under the rainbow, you've gotten a real feel for them.
completely. I wasn't as a kid, but yeah, I'm so into it now. I can't actually believe I'm on.
We're going to Diamond Head. You got some people waiting for you there. I believe you've made quite an impression on some of Porsche's big shots.
Cars talking about cars. That's like bizarre for me.
No, I mean, you're a self-described petrol head, and like one of your YouTube videos was that I sold my Lamborghini and bought this insane car. You've had C63, you've had Porsche GT3,
Don't hurt me.
Performante, McLaren
Don't hurt me.
650. You've
No
driven
more.
cars during your career.
Yeah, I've been
Don't
so
hurt
lucky, like
me.
so lucky.
Don't hurt
C63
me.
was always the dream car. I think
More.
like when I bought that when I was 20, just almost 21. For the first 3 years, I drove a Fiat Stilo, which was epic. The rear seats reclined and had a massive fuel tank. I was pretty into those two features. And then I kind of started making a bit of money and looking on YouTube and looking on, Auto Trader
This face-off will be tough, so get ready.
at different cars. And it's so fascinating how once upon a time you're looking at a certain category of car, and then you move the goalposts and move the goalposts. It started off with like Audi S3s and things that were...
Yeah. E até agora deve ser corrida. Já fui.
Welcome. I'm glad you could join.
Não, eu já fui. No, you double cross me. You're such a fake. What a shame. Guess my lover was a sin. No, you double cross me. Why you to my face? Maui from California. Dutch and better speed. Yes, sir. Maui from California. Não, bote ai. Mal ai. Meu, bateiro do caneco, meu. Mas que bateiro? Maui from California. Dutch and better speed. Socha, get assim. Bora, Nitro, meu! Bora, Nitro! Maui from California. Oh, meu, bro, o que tu estás a fazer, meu? Eu odeio mecânica deste jogo, meu sério, eu odeio mecânica. Não me presta, meu. Não, sério, a mecânica deste jogo é uma merda, meu. Não me presta a mecânica. A mecânica deste jogo não me presta. O It é 10 vezes melhor que este jogo. Também isto é Ubisoft, certezinha. Só a Ubisoft é que oferece jogos de treta. Só a Ubisoft mesmo. Ubisoft, estou tão hype para ti. Foca-te, mas é na saga do Watch Dogs e deixa os jogos de corridas de fora, porque ali os jogos de corridas, nunca mais. Number one.
I hope after driving all the Porsches under the rainbow, you've gotten a real feel for them.